Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the infotainment demo on the 2022 Toyota Tacoma. In this video we're going to breeze through the simple gauge cluster and infotainment screen, kind of show you how to work the basics, and give it a little bit of a review. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is the TRD Pro version of the Tacoma, here in electric green, looking quite nice and a little bit cleaner than it was earlier. We took it out for some initial off-roading review and impressions and actually got it stuck. So if you do want to see that video, check the link in the description. We'll also link to some of our coverage of the TRD off-road Tacoma we reviewed before and any of the other footage we do with this one. It's been fun to drive around though, a little bit of a niche vehicle, a little pricey for what you're getting in some of the interior elements, but very, very capable off-road and sometimes just a lot of fun. So here we are. This is going to be one of the most premium systems. It is the JBL audio, and if you do want to see a review on that, check the link in the description. We're doing a sound system review on this as well. Pretty simple gauge cluster. I actually like having an analog tach and speedometer there. Let's clear out these messages. Pretty much just your basics. You've got speed, distance to empty, average fuel economy, trip distance, and time, and a little rest meter. If the car thinks you've been driving for too long and should take a break, it'll let you know. You can cycle to the right using this four-way directional switch here. You got a compass, audio screen, tire pressure monitor, that's nice to have, roll and pitch angles for when you're off-road, and some cruise control and lane keeping information there. Any warnings will show up in this screen. Right now it wants us to check the charging system since the engine's not running, and some settings. You also have a thermometer up top telling us it's 76 degrees right now. And you've got water temperature on the left, fuel on the right. For the infotainment screen, pretty basic, pretty simple setup from Toyota. Hasn't changed here in a while, but I like that you still have manual climate controls down there, a bunch of different toggles and switches and buttons, and even some physical controls flanking the touchscreen. Home, menu, audio, map, some seek buttons, phone, and an app screen, and then a power and volume knob there, and a tuning knob that has some clicks over there. Let's start off with the audio screen. Got sources AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, USB-A, and Bluetooth. You can choose any of those. And FM, you have some presets right there that look like they go through all the different radio bands. So even though we're playing FM right now, you've got AM presets, and you can click one of those, switch right over to Sirius XM, for example. Basic screen. You do have radio replay, so you can actually pause and go back on Sirius XM. A lot of people appreciate that. And some sound settings that we'll go through in the sound test. Down here, let's go to menu. You can see a little bit more of an app screen layout of the various things your screen can do. Let's go down to map. There you have the navigational function. It looks like it's got a little bit of a breadcrumb mode on, so it's actually showing us where the vehicle has been. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how long back that goes. It probably goes for a while here. I wonder if Toyota's wanting to track us. I bet we could see, when was it reset? Looks like a while ago because it's going all the way back to our previous loan. That's funny. So breadcrumb function, you can see you can pinch to zoom. And if I were driving it around, I would switch it to have the heading sort of a 3D setup like that. It's not the most modern mapping system, but it does work. It's effective and can get you to where you need to go. Over to the right, we have phone. No Bluetooth devices registered. Would you like to add one? Yes. Then it would take us to the Bluetooth screen, pair the phone up. Looks like it's trying to pair to a TV right now. There are some other apps you can install. Not really much though here for Toyota Entune. Just kind of some Toyota-based applications. Probably not anything you'd use too often. Information screen, that'll tell you how economically you're driving, your fuel economy, over the history. You can get information for traffic incidents nearby and traffic mapping. That's nice to have. And you can even get some weather. Looks like it's 81 according to the weather, even though the car says 76. And a weather map, which I actually find kind of useful because it'll show you a bit of a radar here. Even though it looks like it's getting a little dark outside, radar says we are clear. All right, let's plug in the cable and check out Apple Carplay. Very simple to get CarPlay going. After I plug it in, it prompts me on my phone. Literally just press one thing and we are up and running in CarPlay. I have not hooked my phone up to this car before. It's nice how simple that is. Takes up the whole screen. There's your home menu. Looks decently responsive, although the refresh rate's not very smooth. You can see kind of the stutteriness in there. There's your home screen. Google Maps. You can move it around. No pinch to zoom. In Apple, you have to click to zoom for some reason. YouTube Music. Eventually. There we are. And your dialer. Let's go home and bring up the settings screen. There you are. And then if you want to exit CarPlay, you can just tap that home button. Nice and easy. Let's take a look at Android Auto. Same thing, I'm just plugging in the device now. And then I should get a prompt on the phone. There we are. Doesn't really get much easier than that. There's your home screen for Android Auto. Got Google Maps right there. Click here and bring up YouTube Music. So you're now playing screen and same screen we saw on CarPlay. Again, taking up the whole screen. There are your apps. Go down to settings. Everything seems to be working well. So there you have it, the Entune infotainment screen here in the Toyota Tacoma. Not anything super complex or advanced, but it does work well and it's effective and kind of fits the vibe of this style truck. If you do want to see more on the Tacoma, check the links in the description. We've got our sound test and our DM review, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.